Hey YouTube. So I just wanted to come on here and have a little, I don't know, transparency moment, I guess. um I guess in every video I try to be somewhat transparent, or as transparent as I possibly can. But I'm a private person naturally. So but anyways, I just wanted to come on here and just kind of share some of my thoughts right now around my life, and not just but I mean like a particular area in my life. Okay. And that area is the area of relationships, a specific area, a specific kind of relationship. I want to categorize that more specifically. Excuse me. But romantic relationships. I gotta share something, okay? I think I even wrote this in my journal, y'all. It's not that this is the way that I feel, but this is not the way that it is. Let me be clear about that. I feel like this is just the way that I feel. Lord knows, I know this is not the case. I have taught about this before. I have videos about this. So I know that it is just the way that I feel. But I feel like God is sabotaging every relationship that I could even get into. I'm laughing, but like inside I'm crying, okay? I feel like he is sabotaging it. Now, I know that's not what he's doing. He's protecting me. But sometimes it don't feel like that. Because it'd be like, I'll watch this show. I can't remember the name of it. It's on Amazon Prime. I didn't get through much of it, but I can't remember the name of it. But this young lady, every time she would bring a guy, she would go on a date and she would bring the guy would bring her home, okay? And every time the guy would bring her home, her doorman would be standing outside, right? And every time the guy would bring her home, her doorman would give her a look from across the way. Like he would be standing in front of the building she lives in, and they would be like across the street or up the street a little bit or something like that. And she would try to, kiss the guy, give the guy a hug or whatever, and send him on his way before the doorman could meet him or see him. And the doorman, all he had to do was see the man that brought her home. And he would give her a look. And she knew what the look meant. She knew, okay, here we go. He does not approve. He does not approve. He doesn't approve. And again, this is only her doorman, right? But the reason she was it affected her so much was because he was always right. Okay? So she dreaded seeing the doorman because she knew that when she saw that look on that doorman's face, that was it. That it was over. And all hope of her having found the one, all hope of him being this being something good and long-term and leading to marriage, all hope of it was gone. She knew that. So every time the date would bring her home, she would try to have him to stop kind of up the street a little bit, so that the doorman wouldn't come out. But I don't know if the doorman sensed it or what, but he would always, some way, somehow give her this look. So she couldn't. So what would happen is the situation would play out. And it wouldn't play out long. It would play out literally a day or whatever, and it would be true, right? So she would leave with the guy, whatever. He would leave, and then she would walk up to her doorman, and he would say, he's not the one. I mean, it would just be straight, he's not the one. And she would be like, well, he's not going to call you. He's not the one, period. Right? And so she would just wouldn't say anything and would go in the house and just leave it at that, okay? And I feel like I'm her. God's the doorman. And something starts We don't even get a chance to go on a date though. Like, at least she goes on a date with the guy, right? But I don't even get a chance to go on a date. I can't even get to a phone call before I can feel it. I can feel God coming and saying, that ain't him. And I try to block it out. I try to block it out and try to just keep walking and give it the benefit that I tried not to hear. I tried to maybe push God off a little bit, like, wait, just don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing yet. You know, I try to do that, right? But I can't hold him back. He comes with it and lets me know this is not the guy. Okay? And I still try to let it play out. And it doesn't take long. It plays out. And in the process of it playing out, God tells me exactly what the issue is, right? Every single person, every single one of them, I have gotten an understanding of what's going on. And I thought it was just me thinking, like, you know, it's just a thought that I'm having, you know. But no, it wasn't a thought. It was literally actually what was going on, okay? So this young lady felt like the doorman was sabotaging her relationships. He was sabotaging her in a way that was preventing her from having a solid relationship and meeting someone. And I'm saying sometimes I feel like God is sabotaging me. That's how I feel sometimes. But the doorman wasn't sabotaging. He was actually trying to protect her. He knew that these men, he knew by the walk, by the talk, by the way that he I don't know how, but he knew, and he was right every time. And he was trying to protect her from heartache. Now, one particular guy, she brings him, and the doorman tells her, not him. That's not him. That's not the one, right? And she dismisses the doorman. This time, she dismisses him. She sees a little red flag, not a big deal. She dismisses him, and she continues to date this guy. Continues to date the man, and sleeps with the man, and ends up getting pregnant. The first time, and the only time that they sleep together, she gets pregnant. And when she gets pregnant and finds out that she's pregnant, she first cries to the doorman. She goes to the doorman and tells the doorman, look, this is what happened. I'm pregnant. Woo, she's weeping, boo-hooing, all this stuff, right? But of course she's going to keep the baby. And then she goes to the guy. And the guy, she gives him a choice to stay or go. The guy comes around one day and then he goes. And he made a decision that he's not going to help her raise the baby, and he walks away. Now, the doorman tried to warn her. He told her from the beginning, this is not the guy. And all the other times, it played out just a little bit, but she realized it and she just let it go because she already knew he's always right. But this time, she was tired of the doorman being right. She wanted to prove the doorman wrong. So she decided to keep going forward with the guy and ended up a single mother. The doorman, after the guy decides that he doesn't want to be around for the baby, she's left with the baby and the doorman. And the doorman helps her. He babysits for her. He covers her. He doesn't want to date her. He's older than her. He's like a father figure. And he cares for her, and he cares for the baby girl and everything, and he doesn't tell her I told you so. He doesn't do any of that stuff, but he just helps her to get through the mistake that was made because she didn't listen to him. Okay? And I think about that. When I think about that situation. Sometimes when I watch certain things, there's this underlying message that God wants me to see in it, right? And so I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, man, that is the same thing. Like, God, every single one of them, it's like, nope, that's not him. Nope, he's married. Nope, he's on drugs, or it could be anything. It's like, nope, he's not ready. Nope, he doesn't even know me. He does not know me. Nope. He does not know what his place is in this world yet. He's not ready. Nope. Not this one. Nope. Not that one. Nope. He has a girlfriend. Nope. He's walking and saying, nope, he's this. It's like, Lord, can you just let me go on a date? No. There's no point in going on a date and wasting your time when they're not the one. There's no point. It's like he's saying there's no point. There's no point in him wasting his money taking you on a date, and there's no point in you wasting your time when he's not the one. There's no point in doing it. There's no point in spending time on the phone. And you know, for women, our hearts can get attached. We can get attached through conversation. Well, people in general, I think, can get attached through conversation. The more you converse with someone and the deeper that conversation goes, the more attached you can become to that person. That's not a woman thing, that's a human thing, right? So there's no point in establishing that kind of connection, and this person's not the one. Once God says that's not the one, the best thing to do is to walk away before you end up like the young lady. She was pregnant and doing things by herself, right? I'm not saying pregnant specifically, but it could be anything. It could be heartbroken. It could be you've given so much time and effort, maybe even compromised your relationship with God for the person is not the person. Now you feel like you got to start all over. So I just thought about that. And then I thought about how I feel like God is trying to sabotage me. But as I talk, I realize he's not trying to sabotage me. He's trying to protect me. But there's a deeper thing here, though, that is going on. Yeah, he's trying to protect me. And it feels like he's sabotaging, but he's trying to protect me. But the other part of this is he has me on reserve. Like, he has me set aside. He has me up on the shelf for a particular buyer. Like, he has me set aside and put away for someone specifically. And he's not allowing me to indulge in anything and get anything messy in any form, any way. Because he's set me aside as a gift for someone specifically. I hope this is resonating with somebody, because you know it's not just me. I cannot be the only one feeling like this. I can't be the only one feeling like this. Someone else is feeling this way as well, and you have to understand that he's not sabotaging you. He has you set aside for somebody specifically. Just kind of put on a shelf for a particular buyer that, you think about, like, in a store, let's say a jewelry store, they may have the really expensive jewelry, the real clear diamonds, right? The real expensive jewelry. They only pull those out for the ones that can afford it, right? But 99.99% of the people that come in there can't afford those types of diamonds. So when that 1% comes into the store, the jeweler already knows that's the 1%. So automatically the jeweler knows, let me go and get the big diamond, the real diamond, the clear diamond, the one that's been through the most pressure, the one that's come out the shiniest, the clearest, the best diamond, right? Let me go get that one for this one, okay? Because I know that this man can afford it, or this person can afford that diamond. I feel like God is the jeweler, and he's waiting for that one to walk through the door. Or I'm saying that in a way as if he's not in control of the one that walks through the door, but follow me. So when that one walks through the door, what God the jeweler is going to do is he's going to go up on the shelf, and he has the perfect diamond for that person, right? He has a few of them in there, but he can look at a person and know, I got one for this one, because it's only the 1%, and the 1% is rare. And so you can kind of look at the person and say, okay, so God goes to the back, and he gets that beautiful diamond. He knows he only has to get this diamond. He knows this person, right? He's been a jeweler long enough to know this person's going to want this diamond that I bring. And he brings out this diamond and he sets it before him. And he looks at the diamond, and immediately this man thinks, this is what I was coming here for, right? So he makes the exchange and he walks away with the diamond. And so the jeweler would not allow that diamond to be out there on display with all the other diamonds, right? Because the other diamonds are the clarity isn't right, you know, they haven't been through enough. It's not, those aren't the good diamonds. So he doesn't let that good diamond sit out there on display with the rest of them, because it's not like the rest of them, right? And and so he protects it. He protects this because, you know, you put it out there with the rest of the display, you run the chance of it getting stolen. And what's the point of allowing so many people to try on this diamond when they can't afford it in the first place, right? Again, likewise, what's the point of going on all these dates when they're not the one? What's the point in having these conversations and wasting time with these people when they're not the one? Well, what's the point in wasting these people's time and letting them try on this diamond when they can't afford it? I'm not even going to waste my time nor theirs, right? That's the analogy that I can give, right? And that's what I feel like God is doing. I feel like he has me, the rare diamond. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just using this as an example. The rare diamond, or you, the rare diamond, sitting in the back, on the top shelf, on display, or in the safe, waiting for the one person that walks through the door that he knows can afford that diamond. I hope that blesses you. Bye.